and then she purposely tries to accelerate and run over. I don't know if she purposely tried to run over the ICE agent, but there was an ICE agent positioned in front of her vehicle.
All right, so this MAGA senator is making such a fool of himself right now. So the narrative has gone from she's a domestic terrorist who is trying to violently run over and kill these ICE agents to now, well, it may have not been intentional at all. So what is it? The story's changing. This goalpost mover is Mark Wayne Mullin. He is an Oklahoma senator, and he can't even get his damn story straight, right? The narrative that these buffoons have been crafting for the past week is just crumbling right in front of our eyes, and they cannot stop it because the American people, they know what's up. There are dozens of protests happening across the country right now, filled with thousands of people who are coming together as a community, and I thought, let's take a bit of time to look at this insane MAGA senator just absolutely panic on live TV, and then let's take some time to see the people actually working together as community, uniting at these protests happening across the country. So be sure to stick around until the end of the video to see and hear all about it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below, and comment. It really is the best and easiest way to share your support, and we'd really appreciate it. All right, let's jump in.
How can anyone be confident that she was trying to attack the officer instead of she was trying to flee the scene?
Fleeing the scene, it doesn't make any difference. If you accidentally run over a police officer, you still are getting charged with involuntary manslaughter. If you are accelerating at a fast rate of speed, driving your vehicle down the road, and you cause the death of a civilian, you are charged with involuntary manslaughter because you're driving your vehicle in a reckless manner.
You know what? Maybe this propaganda could have worked if 300 million Americans hadn't already seen the video from 10 different angles that makes it abundantly clear who is in the wrong here. The officer. We all know that Renee Good was turning the wheel to flee the scene. We know that she backed up her car. We know that she turned her wheel, she turned her tires, and that she said that she was not mad at the guy, right? We've all seen the videos.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you.
These people love to move goalposts, right? It must be their part-time job or something. It went from that she was attacking these ICE officers, she was this violent protester using her vehicle as a deadly weapon to, okay, you know what, maybe she wasn't, but she still could have run him over when she was going 2 miles an hour, clearly backing up from the scene. That basically is deadly force. But even if that is the case, since when is the punishment for something like this death? Right? Since when is it okay to give these untrained, ape-brained buffoons the power to judge, jury, and executioner random Americans that they see fit just standing on the street? We've seen this time and time again, and to me, the matter of the event is secondary to the fact. Why in God's name did this guy have his gun out to begin with? He had his phone in one hand, gun in the other. Why would that be the path to go? To mag dump 3 times into the window of a driving vehicle twice when you are very much so, very clearly out of the vehicle's path? But I'm getting sidetracked. Let's continue.
We don't get a choice on which laws we enforce and which laws we don't enforce. Police officers are doing their job.
Point 1, they're not police officers. Okay, let's get that right out off the bat. All right, these are ICE agents. They are not cops. They don't have the same authority that cops do over American citizens, and they don't have the same training. All right, just wanted to put that flat out right there. Okay, cops, whole nother can of worms, but these guys are ICE agents, not cops. Point 2, since the fuck when does the GOP not pick and choose where they enforce laws? All right, that's all that the Republican Party ever does. Okay, January 6th, all the pardons, the invasion of Venezuela, interfering with elections, blocking Supreme Court appointments, shutting down the government, blocking the release of the Epstein files. That's all that these dumb charlatans do. They change the laws, they manipulate the laws, they don't follow the laws when they don't want to, right? That's basically been their strategy for the past 30 years. And if they don't like a law, they either just break it, or they cry to the rabid Supreme Court and just beg them to change it so that their oil lobbyists, Jeffrey Epstein-loving donors can make another $1 billion off the back of hardworking Americans.
I'm not making the case that Renee Good's protest tactics were wise or safe. The question is, did her actions warrant being killed?
Was a vehicle being used in a lethal manner? Was she accelerating towards a police officer? The answers to those are yes.
Nope. I am not getting gaslit by your dumbass, okay? We all saw her turn the wheel. She was going 2 miles an hour at any rate, and the officer had the clear ability to move to the side instead of mag dumping into her vehicle because he did, right? We know that he had the ability to step aside because he did. He clearly had no respect for life or decency in that situation because he is shooting into what is a controlled vehicle now becoming an uncontrolled vehicle that does hit another car. Like there was a crowd around, right? So let's kill the driver of a car pulling away from the scene, making it an uncontrolled tank that does crash into another car. Dog in the back seat of the car, by the way. Just wanted to put that out there. Also, he's such a stumbling little moron. He can't even get his propaganda points right. Was she, well, she was driving a car, so checkmate, liberal. Like, come on. Like, yes, doofus. Yes, she was. She was driving her car, driving it away from these Gestapo thugs trying to take her rights away. Seriously, like, we do not hate ICE enough.
On what he can do to protect his life and those around there's lives too. Remember, there's a crowd around there too. What if she accelerated out of control at that point too? But she did hit him, and he did use lethal force. And unfortunately, his life has changed. Her family's life has changed. This should have never taken place. But what we do know is the law enforcement had the right to be there to enforce the laws.
Oh, the poor officer. His murder is going to change his life. Oh, how unfortunate for him. Oh, he is really the victim in this situation, isn't he? Oh, like, shut up. Shut up, you monster, and crawl back into the mud that you slithered out of. Seriously, dude. ICE has no right to arrest American citizens, okay? Just like how law enforcement was allowed to be there, okay? So are these people, right? She was waving cars through when she was stopped and killed by ICE. Didn't realize that that was the punishment for blocking traffic. ICE, by the way, a force that was created in 2003 to better brutalize brown people in the United States. So I don't want to hear about their right to be there, all right? ICE shouldn't be there in the first place. ICE shouldn't be a thing in the first place, to be matter of fact about it. But they're terrorizing cities right now. They are hurting communities. They are hurting non-citizens and citizens alike and families. They shouldn't be there in the first place. But this guy's just such a tool. All right, let's move away from him and highlight some of the amazing and incredible stuff happening across the country, showing that people like Senator Mullin here are far and few between, and showing that in time of hardship like this, coming together as a community is really important in the face of these Gestapo thugs.
This is our Somali community. This is our Habari right here giving out some boozer. Thank you so much. Thank you, bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is what we need. This is what we need. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Minneapolis. Everyone come up.
What you saw right there was a group of Somali mothers, sisters, neighbors handing out samosas to protesters in Minneapolis, just showing their culture, their food, their support, their love, their energy, all right, with the people out on the streets protesting the insane things happening in the city. The right is going to have you constantly trying to think that these protesters are violent, right? They're disturbing the peace, they're disturbing communities, but in fact, they are the community. Right? They are the people that are being disturbed. What they're actually doing is disturbing the illegal occupation of their city happening right now. People are they are stronger when they are united together, connected through shared experiences and community and culture. And here we just have the perfect example of that, right? People are stronger when they have community behind their backs. And this video right here proves it. Take a look. Wait a minute. Hey, those ICE agents were in a car, and they were driving through a crowd of people, and not one of those protesters just magged them to their car. Wow. The self-control on these people is better than any ICE agent I've ever seen. That small group of protesters was able to chase away a group of these thugs from what looks to be an arrest of someone who was ever in that truck in the beginning of the video. So, and who knows what those agents would have done to that person, right? We've seen them beat up people, abuse people, take them into porta potties, run them away from their families and communities, put them into unmarked vehicles, put bags over their head, right? Like, we don't know what would have happened. And these people are there defending their community member, right? Their friend, their neighbor, okay? Who cares of their status or not, right? So these people were just blocking what could have been a very violent and dangerous event. All of these agents are just weak, spineless cowards who are just some of the most low-life people who will just crumble under a bit of pressure. And it's working. Just for a little bit of fun, here's some ICE slip-ups that have been just putting a big smile on my face. Take a look at this one. And these guys are supposed to be well-trained special forces. And a protester with his hands tied behind his back was able to slip out from their custody at a moment's notice without them noticing until he was long gone. God, they're so unimaginably inept. Here's an officer who was probably just better off staying at home today. Come on, these guys don't belong in the snow. You know, bring it back to God's country. Bring it back to the farm. Bring it back to the good old place, right? Where there's cold beer and sunshine or something. I don't know. They shouldn't be in the snow. It's just clear they're not made for it. ICE just needs to get the hell out of Minneapolis, right? In every other American city. This administration is run by a bunch of incompetent fools, and their meathead ICE force is just hurting people, right? It's hurting families and communities. There needs to be justice for Renee Good, and we should not let these MAGA right-wing ideologically rotten cretins like Senator Mullin here gaslight you into believing anything else. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. Be sure to leave a like on this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It really is the best and easiest way to show your support. Have a nice day. Goodbye.